that being said, welcome to Let's Talk About a Shot. This is your boy, the Black Kelly 7 Robert Lavar Helmets in the building, man. We live here in Casa de Perros on Thursday night, ladies' night. Come down here, get your smoke on, man. You got your man Club Shay on the ones and twos. Gonna have this place jumping, man. We got a couple birthdays here, so it's gonna be lit. A lot of whiskey drinking tonight. People might be passed out, soaking wet in the rain when they leave here, whatever. But hey, to my left, we got Mr. Wildcat, Mr. Big T, and Northwestern's own Tim Young is in the building.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm here. I'm happy to be back live.
Oh, yeah.
Feels so good.
To my right, we got the janky one.
I ain't janky no more, man.
He got us the Ohio State quarterback.
We got Fields. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just pray we have no jankiness this season. But we got Corey C.L. Crockett in the building.
What's up?
And last but not least, we got to see how we got to introduce.
Ooh.
Man, we got Mr. Postman, man.
My kinfolk.
Tupac 2.0 himself, man. Eric Uskill is in the building today, man.
Hold my else.
Yeah. You already know.
Man, with that being said, hey, catch us up on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com under Let's Talk About a Shot, and also YouTube under Let's Talk About a Shot. With that being said, hey man, let's jump into it. We had a nice little layoff. Later on in the show, I got a hell of a top 5 for y'all. I'm gonna hurt some of y'all's souls today. And when I mean some of y'all, I'm gonna be very specific. I'm gonna hurt some female souls. I'm gonna violate man code. I'm gonna put y'all on a little bit of game.
We can talk about these females first before we dive into sports.
Okay, what y'all want to talk about?
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about it. Ladies first. Okay, let's ladies first, and we keep them attendance because they locked in. So it's so funny that you talked about hurting these feelings. So they say when keeping it real can go wrong and everything like that. And I'm trying to understand that.
But this keep it real is not going to get any write up.
It ain't gonna get no write up. So if you telling me that you want me to be honest, you want me to tell the truth, and you want me to do all that, and then I actually be honest and tell you the truth, well, all of a sudden I'm in the wrong, or I'm called a certain name, or I'm hurt, or I've been told what I need to be told talk about. Or you see the other women, you see some people that some women that's on just say a high economic standard. When they feelings hurt, they want to try to throw around they pay stubs. They want to throw around their pay stubs just because you went to school and paid attention, and you know what I mean. That's what paid off. Like wasn't nothing impressive about. I mean, just because you went to school and paid attention, and it just so happened what you went to school for is doing that. Okay, great.
Yeah, I hate to say it. It's a bunch of people in
upper
management that are very book smart, but
for sure,
at the expense of a little bit of common sense.
Yeah. So that just bothers me, and that's why all that. Man, just be real. Just tell me what it is. I'll be like, yeah. Okay.
So what you think it is? Do you think it's the fact that they just want to know the truth and don't want to be left out in the dark, and that they can really handle it, or they just want to use ammunition against you for later?
Every woman wants to be played, needs to be played, so that's why they do this man-woman thing,
Man, Uncle Fred, you just be a lot right now.
Yo, golf got some words.
Nah, but I just think, man, it just man, the trauma of what they've been through, and then now, you think, when somebody is trying to really tell how they feel, and you don't have no control over that man's mind with your looks, or with how good you think your sex is, or whatever like that, and he not biting like a lot of other men bite. When you do little things, now all of a sudden like you this and you that. You know what I mean? Like how sometimes if a dude try to talk to a girl, they say like she say nah, and the dude call her a name or something. You know what I mean? Because of the rejection. It's like, I think that's what it is when it comes to like that honesty thing. And when you actually keep it real, everybody want to keep it real until real come their way, and they respond in that way. So that's just my little 2 cents about it.
Well, 2 ways of looking at it. I've always said, there's definitely a difference in thinking between men and women. So us as men, we put everything in boxes. All right, we got a financial box, we got a family box, we got a thought box. You know, we got a work box. We got boxes everywhere.
Wow.
Okay, and whenever we want to address something in that particular box, we take that box down, we unpack it, and we address everything in that box. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the mindset between men and women.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm
and when we done, guess what? We put that motherfucker back together, very carefully, put it back in place, and we go on about our business.
Call it a scheme.
All right? Women are completely different. They shit is literally like a bowl of spaghetti. Everything is interconnected, has to make sense and be tied into the next. And it's like, that's why you ever notice if sometimes if you have a lady, you have a conversation, you can talk about money, then it turns off into, okay, you're not doing this. It's like, how we go from talking about this to talking about that? And in between, it's about 3 other different topics you can talk about.
I don't even like my peas touching my spaghetti, so I hear you.
And so it's like that drives them crazy, especially and it drives them crazy. But it's like I also tell people this, I also tell women this: we have a box of our own that they just cannot understand. Right. I always say we have a nothing box. We can literally sit here, smoke our cigar, and don't do or think about nothing and be content and happy.
So happy
and women can't understand that because it's like it's got to be a reason you're doing this,
right?
And because we have that kind of that peaceful space that drives them crazy because they always feel like, what's a man's purpose if he ain't got no plan or if he's doing nothing,
right? But
you got that, but they don't understand that's our own personal space.
Yeah, the same purpose you got when you put your fake eyelashes on.
Exactly,
the same purpose.
Ooch, Corey?
Go ahead, Steve. I'll go after you, bro.
My twin.
Well,
the family barbecue, what time it start?
About 2 hours ago.
Time.
Man, it all depends, man. You can't put all of them in the same box, but
right.
Most of them are emotional anyway.
True.
But at the same time, it's like, how can I put it? They try to force a lot of things out of you when you ain't just ready to talk about it.
I agree with that.
Definitely, yeah.
Damn, like, when the times right, I tell you, they ain't trying to hear it.
Nah.
They want to know now.
They want to do it when on their time. They want to know instead of waiting for you to come and unleash that on your time.
Right.
I feel you, twin.
So when they come to them want to tell you something, they got all the patience in the world. Depending on what it is. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Ooch.
Oh, well, I thought somebody was looking at me.
I agree a lot with what CL said. I agree with what all y'all said, actually. But my thing is, I think women need to just practice being patient, especially when it comes to like dating a guy. We don't have to go from 0 to 60. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And
patience.
From a mental aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get with a female, sometimes things go fast. You end up having sex with them. Now you got a whole relationship on your hands that you didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Now some ain't like that, but the vast majority of them are.
Right.
So I just think they just gotta take shit for what it is, man.
In your words, it's 2021.
Right.
We live in a new time, yeah.
It's a new era.
It's a new era, new time.
Hey, you know what? Before I get off, because I said I got a hell of a Lavar's top 5.
Lavar's top 5.
It's gonna hurt a little bit of feelings. It's gonna make some of these females do the one thing they don't like to do is question, and that is question themselves.
Okay. Look in the mirror.
I had to write down because people know we got emails, fan pages and stuff, so we have questions for people to always give us topic ideas, and they ask for advice.
All right.
And I had to come back and reach out to these people, man. I said, I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna give your first name and the state you live in.
Oh,
right.
wow.
I got 3 questions here.
Okay.
All right. So y'all ready?
Do we gotta answer them, or is this part of your top 5?
No, we gonna answer them, but the top 5.
This is before the top 5.
It helped me create my top 5.
Okay.
Because I started out as a rant, then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna make this a top 5.
Lavar's top 5.
So Here's number one. Chris from Missouri.
Okay. Show me state.
Why do chicks want you to let them know your every move as a man?
I'm gonna let Big Bro take that. The vet. I'm gonna let the vet take that one. You've been on this earth longer than me, Big Bro.
I've gotten that a lot. I think it's kind of.
First of all,
odd.
I know. It seems like that. Like even if you go to work or you go to the bathroom, it's like, why didn't you tell me you was going there? Like what the fuck?
Stuff like
we
that.
ain't really together and fucking around, or I'm going somewhere that's really irrelevant. Why do I need to mention that?
They try to disguise it. Like they'll call you and be like, "Oh yeah, I was just trying to make sure you was okay." Nah, you was really just trying to check and make sure I'm not on no other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You weren't checking to see was I okay, motherfucker. You just trying to keep tabs and see what I'm doing, kind of thing. So.
Do you think a woman ever really be honest about she keeping tabs, but then
that's what I'm saying.
Really admit it?
That be the cap. I'm just trying to make sure you was okay. Nah, get the fuck out of here. You was trying to see what the hell I'm doing. See was I gonna answer my phone.
It's 2:00 in the morning. I was just checking in to make sure you weren't hungry and everything. And I thought I heard something, but yeah, it was.
Corey.
Well, I know one thing they try to use, especially their iPhone. They try to FaceTime to see who.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to text first.
Like, why?
Team
Just
Android.
FaceTime nobody without getting
Team
permission.
Team
Everybody
Android.
knows this. It's like an unwritten rule. You gotta text. Can I FaceTime you?
I don't have to
You
worry
don't just
about that problem.
FaceTime out the blue. What the fuck?
Oh,
I don't know you like
somebody get that misunderstanding. Then somebody, like you said, you end up being in a relationship you don't know nothing about. So it's like,
yeah.
as a man, the shot can be good when you ain't trying to burn that bridge immediately.
Man, 60-61, my brother. It's a lot of shots out there. Trust me.
Okay.
After Reggie Miller came Curry. It was Ray Allen and Curry. It's a lot of shooters.
All right. Okay. All right, now. My man.
60-61.
You know what? I agree with all you guys, man. But I swear, I think that comes from just a woman being damaged. And I'm gonna tell you what my grandmother told me years ago. If a person quick to want to know all this information, know your every move, second guess, or even assume the worst, they are already doing some shit. It's more to calm their guilty conscience, so they won't have a guilty conscience. Because they figure if you're doing the same thing, then they can sleep better at night.
I see the truth in that, Grandma. I see the truth in that.
Yeah.
A thin line.
All right, so question number 2, Brian in Arizona.
All right.
Am I wrong for leaving a female because she nags me all the damn time?
No, brother. Run for the hills.
Keep your sanity, my brother.
That's an early sign.
Oh God.
But you know what?
No man likes to be nagged.
But you know what? I got to also say this too. You know, I really would like to know if Brian is like either black or white, because black women, I've noticed they nag the fuck out of you when they really in love with your ass. Like they bug the shit out your ass to the point where it kind of go back to the first question.
I don't know whether you black or white, but I just know this. If you being nagged, and it's a difference between nagging and communicating. If you want to communicate, how you doing, how's your day going, is there anything I could do, when are you free, you want to have dinner, this and that, that's good. But if it's just like, how come you didn't ask me how I was feeling, and all that stuff like that, okay, like, let's watch what I want to watch sometimes, and the playoffs on, and I love basketball, like, that's nagging, and I'm like, you know what, ooch, where you at? I'm at all. I got you. You know what I mean?
Where you at?
I think it's more time when they do it. Like you said, like when Super Bowl or something, basketball playoff.
Yeah.
We just with children, get out with they want to bogart their way in. I like Steph Curry. What school you went to? I don't know, but he got a nice jersey. You just want to come just to be in the way.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hold on. Seriously. It's funny that Tim and you just co-signed what he just said, because in my profession, I can't really say it on social media right now. They real strict on the shit right now.
Right.
But in my profession, I know a lot of people that's in relationships, and these women will argue with their dudes as he's leaving going to work.
knowing what he got to deal with.
And the thing is, and I'm gonna be honest, if something happens to him, I can't offer you my sympathy because you know the hell you give that man before he left. And if he's in a situation where he might not come home, you not letting him have the time to separate that box. Because your mind, like I said, is like spaghetti, and you want his mind to be spaghetti too, but he can't operate like that.
He can only operate in the boxes.
And us men have a saying that goes back into what I said about how we think. Check that shit at the door. That means we have it in the box, you check it at the door, you come back to it later. But when you here, you handle your business, and we function very well like that.
Right.
Okay? And I got one more question, man, because like I said, it was a few questions that helped me form the top 5. I said, okay, I'm going to do what I need to do.
Okay.
Why do females expect you to give...
What's his name? Or her name?
Oh, Jeff in Mississippi.
Jeff in the dirty South? Where Ooch from?
Hey, that's my
Ooch.
cousin.
That's
right.
Ooch family.
Why do females expect you to give them the world out the gate when you're courting or dating them, but give very little or take their sweet ass time on the flip side when it comes to them pursuing a man?
Oh, so that's like that when I meet you. Oh, where you taking me out to eat? Okay, but then when you meet them, oh, so when can I hit? First of all, don't talk to me like that. But you just ask me when I'm taking you out and taking you to Shea Maurice and doing all that. Yeah. But as soon as I say something, you know what I mean? Now I'm disrespectful, but you just disrespected me.
Right.
I feel what you're saying.
Or, I paid for a date. You ever gonna pay for a date type shit? I get you.
No, he said Shea Maurice.
Shea Maurice.
Like you were too much.
They want you to jump out the way they want you to jump out the window on the first day. Oh, what we doing? Oh, you better be going to Ruth Chris because I want the cream of chicken. You want that bill to be, 107 on you and everything like that. But as soon as I say, okay, now it's my turn. Who do you think I am?
Women that got so bold, they will invite you out somewhere and expect you to pay for it. Hey, how you doing? Let's go to dinner. Like, oh, word? Yeah. When you get there, you paying for that shit though. Like, damn, you invited me out, baby girl. I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
You hit me up and said what's going on. I'm just saying.
I was watching this video.
I left my wallet at home.
And this guy took his chick out on an expensive date. And he was like, all right, basically, like, what's up? She's like, yeah, I'm going to hop in this Uber, go home, and what? No. This ain't how this. You know what I just spent? Man, it's going to be a happy ending. I was like,
I spent like $200 on you.
So it was one of those, hey, after all this money,
he said, matter of fact, hey, you find your way home. You gotta get out of this thing like that. Like, but you can't be playing on the guy.
You're right.
Either, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let that be known.
Yeah, like that post, somebody put it in the group.
Do you think they use that? Do you think they use that to their advantage when it comes to the date?
That's what they like. The post. Somebody posted a screenshot of a text message between a guy and a girl.
Right.
And he paid like $1,000 for her, flew her in and got her a room, and he was like, "Okay, you settled, you good?" She's like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, I'm gonna come see you in a little bit." She was like, 4? And he was like, "What you mean 4? I thought, we here to kick it, whatever." She was like, "I'm a little tired. I just want to lay down and go to sleep." He was like, "Okay, well, I'll come in the morning and we hang out." Well, I don't know, we can hang out as friends. He was like, "As friends? I've been talking to you all this time. We've been sending each other naked pictures. I done spent like, what is it, like $2,000 to get you here in the room and all this stuff." And she was like, you nice, but I just like you as a friend. He was like, "I tell you what, I'm finna cancel this room. I'm canceling your flight back. Get back however you see fit." And he blocked her, and all you saw was us steady trying to text him, "Hey, I'm sorry." Like, she tried to finesse him basically, but ended up getting finessed. You know what I'm saying? If you know you want to be in the friend zone, just keep that real. Don't use me. I mean, taking you out thinking of something. And
I didn't know that.
And then next thing you know, they up there taking pictures on and putting them on Facebook like they living their best life at somebody else's expense.
At your expense.
Or they call it
Tyrone.
They call it
Tyrone. Banging out
with the gas station t-shirt on.
And guess what all Tyrone got to do?
Show up.
Go get a $40 bottle of whiskey or something.
He ain't got to do that.
He ain't got to do that, but I'm saying.
He got to show up.
Basically, he paying $40 to get drunk. He getting everything else.
She paid the $40 for him to get drunk.
Oh.
So all Tyrone got to do is show up.
That's it. He gonna get the keys.
He gonna get the keys and everything.
Man.
Little
Yeah,
spare
you know how that be,
keys
man.
to the crib.
What you always say? They love him.
Tyrone.
They love him.
That's like my name Milton.
That's why every guy gotta have a little Tyrone in him, man.
My name Milton. But anyway.
Milton.
But hey, it's funny that you bring that shit up though, man. Cause you know what time it is.
It is Lavar's top 5.
It's about to be really tough.
So, I sat here and said, you know what? I might violate a little bit of man code, but we got a lot of lost females that need to be put on game to a certain extent. They need some act right in my Lorenz take off a biker boy's tone. You know, they need some act right.
Say, baby, can I be your slave?
Top 5 turn-offs that things females do that turn a man off in terms of a relationship or ruins a relationship.
Okay.
All right? You get it?
Yes, sir.
Meaning it can cause divorce, it can cause breakups, it can cause a whole lot. It can cause you not even get a second date number 2 or us to look at you at, you know, either second look.
Ain't no sexual chemistry no more.
All right?
So what? Turn
And this may hurt feelings so hard. I gotta start at number 5.
Let's go with number 5.
Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
Number 5, trauma. If you're a drama-filled female, because it's this theory, drama breeds stress.
Yeah.
And the last thing us men need, and that we don't want any more stress in our lives.
Some guys like that.
So yeah,
Oh,
some
yeah.
guys like it,
I don't know how they do it.
but you know what? You get tired of it after a while.
They was
Like we
raised by
all
their
grown.
aunties.
How many times have you said, "Man, I want to hit this shit today"? You got tired of it.
Yeah.
Your cup is full and running over.
Yeah.
In my
She got that ooh wee.
in my
Well, she can keep that ooh wee because I don't smoke no more.
Okay, like, man. It's this on her door.
Yeah,
man.
well, that's all right. I'll come back to it later. If it's
all
done.
right. But I said drama. She always just got some kind of struggle on like shit. Breeds drama because goes off into number 2. Number 4. I'm sorry. Negativity. How many times you ever had a conversation with a female and the first thing she always come out with is what's wrong and it's something negative and she's always talking about the next person. Don't nobody want to be around a negative person.
Not at all.
Not at all. You know? And so, as a man, it's like worst case scenario. It's like, okay, if you're talking bad about this person, everybody you got a problem with, things good between me and you now.
But when things get
But
wrong,
when things go bad,
what you gonna do to me?
well, I'm probably gonna be in the same boat. And now, for a person that I want you to talk behind their back, I'm starting to wondering what you're saying behind my back because you did it towards so many other people.
Ruin the trust.
So that's number 4. Number 3, being late. This is universal with me. Okay, because now if you being late, like I said, you're a prompt person, you want to say, "This me here, we got reservations," and this person's always late. That means, okay, it's like this. Your time means more to you than my time means to you. And you don't respect or value the time that I've set aside to hang out with you or even wait on you. And vice versa. Like I said, she could probably be a prompt person. You know, that goes both ways.
Right.
But being late, you know, being on time.
Yeah, that's kind of like
So, hold
that's
on.
something they'll never improve on.
And
They'll always be late.
as a side note, it really is the outset of showing how selfish you really are if you can't value another man's time. Because think of how many times we be like, "Hey, we gotta go to work. We gotta go do something for our family." You know, I told my folks I have a mood, this and that, and it turns into an argument. It goes back to that negative shit. It goes back to breeding drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Tell them why you mad, son.
Number 2. All right. These last 2 it's gonna be some gut punches.
Hey.
Number 2. Unsolicited advice.
My friends.
No. How many times have you go through something, she asks you what's wrong, you say what's wrong, and you don't ask her
For her opinion or
for
two
opinion,
cents.
but she volunteers it, and it's not necessarily always positive.
Okay.
It's
I
kind
mean,
of shit work.
how many people came across that
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing about asking your advice, but when you just give it unsolicited, like, where I'll be asking you, that shows that you have a lack of trust in me, and you don't believe in me to do the right thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we all had that.
Make
Yeah.
it. I mean, it making sense so far?
I mean, that's a debatable one. Because what if she feel like, you know what, I recognize a problem, and I feel that with my experience, I think this is the way to solve
it depends on how she approach you with it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, hold on.
It might make you feel better.
Even as a man, and it goes to the flip side, because we can sit here and tell a woman the same damn thing, and they are disregarded, and we have to let them tough it out and go through those bumps and bruises and be supportive in the same sense.
Right.
Which most men would display. Completely the opposite with women, because it's like if you go against their advice, or whether it's solicited or unsolicited, they would nag the fuck out of you because you did not value their word at that particular time, whether it was solicited or unsolicited.
Okay.
And like I said, that's something they'll never, and they end up using that against you later, which causes drama, which causes stress. All right.
Yeah, but yeah.
I really
Go
did.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
See what
I
you
I
saying.
really did.
Does the beer make you smile around this motherfucker?
But I'm the only thing about part 2 I'll say is, it's just what Oop said. Like, it depends on how when you're talking, is she letting you finish, or if you going to my day was bad. My boss said, well, you know what you should do with that job? Forget that job, because you can get another one. Instead of letting you kind of finish and letting you like vent, and you know what I mean.
Okay, so is that something positive or negative at that point?
No, if she interrupts you, it's definitely
No, I'm saying
negative.
if she
I hate
like,
that. That's a pet peeve.
If she get like
I hate when I'm talking and the female kind of like cut me off.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna flip the
boils my
script.
blood.
I'm gonna flip the script.
I swear to God, I hate that.
I'm gonna flip the
So
script.
disrespectful.
I'm gonna flip the script and put the pressure on us for a second, fellas.
Okay. Before you get to 1,
Huh?
we still on 2.
We still on 2.
Right.
Number 1 is gonna be a gut punch. You know what I'm saying? How many times have you heard this from a female, whether you was with her or not?
Okay.
Man, I need to lose some weight. I'm fat.
Yeah.
How many times has she made that statement?
A lot.
A lot.
How many times as a man have you responded or fed into that bullshit?
You look alright.
You look good.
You
You
know?
looking good.
All right, so you being supportive in that moment, trying to
Right.
reassure. All right. And depending on the situation, okay, we lie. All right, we trying to
Some
stay
of the time.
Sometimes, let's say we just get tired. We, years in, yeah, you are giving, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that.
I mean,
Do you think it's gonna be as receptive?
They gonna go the fuck off.
yeah.
All right, so what makes you think a man is not built the same?
I feel you on that.
But do you think we conditioned not to be that way? Do you think like
I think
we
we
as
could-
men are conditioned not to like
I think-
respond?
I've always
You know that way.
I've always said this: men are like dogs. If you show a dog love, a dog will show you that much love in return.
No, I'm talking about in the way you handle.
No,
The way you handle things.
I mean-
like if like you said, like they'll go off on us, but if we was like, man, you know what I mean, I gotta get back in the gym. They be like, yeah, you need to get back in the gym. Oh my goodness, when I first met you, you was 116. Now you're bigger than a kid. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta sit down and be
Well,
like,
see,
yeah,
I'm
but that's how
dude,
we start.
But see, I'm gonna cover asshole at that point. I said it's because I get that damn big. I'm like, hey, shit, if you weren't cooking so goddamn much, I wouldn't be this fucking big. I flip it on that like
Yeah,
that.
I had a situation where I was in the female, and she was like, I'm getting fat, bro. I'm like, I think you nice size.
Yeah.
Anything you need to tell me. Because of my health and stuff, bro. I'm like, for me, you look fine. They need to be more concerned about that. Because to me, you look good.
She look good to you. See, yeah. Right.
I want to lose it. Lost it, and I was just like, man, no, I'm gonna put that little thing on. This ain't working out.
Oh, so when she lost the weight, she wasn't attractive no more to you.
No, she still was, but it just,
But-
to me, she was more fit then.
Right. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Like, when she lost, I was like, nah, that was,
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of females like that. They be
Yeah.
perfect.
How they be
They'll
perfect
lose
doing
their
all
weight.
that,
You be
weight.
like, you should have
They
stayed.
like
there.
Mr. Barnes a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah.
and it's, but I mean, you gotta, if she feel like that was well, I think no.
Yeah.
All right,
I just won't call her back. I feel you.
y'all Y'all ready for number one?
Come on with it.
Y'all ready for number one?
You've been waiting off this off your chest since last night.
Uj said the word earlier when we touched on the topic. Entitlement.
Okay.
Okay, now let me explain this. Exactly. Both. Okay, but more entitlement than attainment. Okay, because if it's entanglement, you have to go anyway. No ifs, ands, or buts. But entitlement, all right. Let me say this: every man should be chivalrous towards a woman.
Right.
Okay, let's get that out the way. There's nothing wrong with a man being chivalrous towards a female. But why should I be chivalrous when when you go along with the expectation should be, and it's not appreciative in the process?
Okay.
I'm gonna take something very small, like holding the door open for a woman when you go into a public place.
Right.
How many times in today's world have you done it and received a thank you from a female?
I get a thank you. Majority of the
Even if
time.
she's a stranger.
They usually say thank you.
Some of them you come across. I can say 50-50. I can honestly say 50-50.
Mine's up to like 90.
Yeah, I would say around 80-90%.
Yeah, we gotta start
80-90.
We gotta start hanging in better environments. I want to say, like, I would say more. I would probably say, yeah.
It's mainly the younger ones that don't.
The younger ones. I think. Okay.
Sure, sophisticated women.
The older ones.
They
Yeah.
gonna always say
I
that.
think that's.
And I'm
glad you said that.
I'm
Yeah, nah,
gonna
they
use
don't say
another
nothing,
example that Uch brought up earlier. Where you say, has she finessed him to take her out? It was our idea, and he ended up paying.
Finesse game is
Did you get a thank you?
nowadays?
Did you get a thank you?
Who,
I don't know if you paid or not, but did you get a thank you after you paid?
No, that wasn't me. I ain't no chick. I was finna get eaten like that.
Hey, my brother, you gotta get your own.
Yeah, I'm just.
That wasn't me. That was somebody posted that.
Somebody
Well,
else.
that's. I would like to know that person, if that
slip.
person went through, because I'm pretty sure he took it out. I want to know did he get a
my
thank you?
folks slipping
Man,
it all.
he didn't get no box.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I look at you as a friend." After he didn't pay for everything,
Yeah, easy cancellation fee.
Oh, yeah.
and he canceled everything.
Yeah.
They posted it in the Let's Talk About It group.
Yeah. So, hey, that's my top 5. What you guys think?
I mean, it was a good top 5. It just
It is something that females can actually listen to and self-evaluate just a little bit.
I absolutely agree, but I also like it's a couple one that is debatable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think 2. I think that's what we spent the most time on. Where it's the one when if you in a relationship and something is wrong with me, I should be able to speak to you about what's going on. You listen, and then like if you give feedback to a problem as us as a unit, as an item, you know what I mean, as a couple, we should be able to have a communication. Like when she come in and she want to talk to you about what's going on with her, well, you listen and then you say, well, this is what I feel and things like that. So that was the only one. 2 was the one where I was just like, I saw your point where you was coming from, but just to kind of play, the other side, the devil's advocate, and like look at it from a perspective of.
Well, let's look at this. Let's go along with that perspective for a second.
Objective perspective.
Let's look at it from that perspective, from the same perspective. Yeah. Women that expect you for them to complain and you sit there and not offer no input and just listen.
To them. From
a man's point of view, if they say anything that may somewhat hit home or we feel like it's directed towards us, we feel like we got to be the emotional punching bag.
Yeah.
Now the thing is,
I've been there too.
We're not built that way. Men, let's be honest, men don't really vent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we may pull our closest homie to the side and have that conversation. And it's not a vent session. It's just like, we'll say what's on our mind. And
I've done that many times.
We're not gonna get out our PJs at a park and the thing and have wine and ice cream and shit.
Telling our whole motherfucking story.
You know what I'm saying? I
was just talking about this recently. I swear to God. I said that's a huge mistake that women make. I understand they got their sis. Oh, this my best friend forever.
Yeah.
still don't tell that bitch every single thing. Because guess what? Y'all gonna fall out and it on my life. Especially about your relationship. Women, stop telling your friends shit about your nigga. That is the worst thing you can do. I don't know why they keep doing this shit. It never works for you.
But guess what? Goes back into what?
Drama.
That's crazy. Why are you telling your friend about me and you? Like, what shit is that?
Hey, hold on. Hey.
As soon as we break up, she got all this information.
Hey, guess what?
What's wrong with dragging yo?
Right. They gonna throw all, women argue, they throw haymakers at each other.
Hey, G-Wine said it best. None of your friends' business.
Facts. That was a good top 5 though, bro.
It was.
Yeah, that's my top 5, man. I hope you ladies listen to this goddamn show.
And y'all always ask us to talk, so we gave y'all
I hope you
20
screenshot
minutes.
this shit on. I hope you screenshot this shit on the book. Write it down. Take a picture. Use a tape recorder.
Whatever.
And self-evaluate, self-soothe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Always about you guys. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be at Casa, so if y'all want to come to Casa, me, Oops, yeah, we'll be here if y'all want to talk in person.
Before we go on, Nita Boo said why she didn't get an invite.
Whoa.
So you want to answer that? You want me to answer that?
You more than welcome, sir.
I
thought she was at a family barbecue.
I
thought she was with Tyrone.
I thought
she was with.
she was with Oosh too, but anyway, I know she was up there for family. That's what she told me.
What does a girl like you do in
No.
Chicago? I would make love to you constantly. That's what I thought she
We
was
over there on there with Keith Vaughn them there, baby.
Yes, we were just gonna talk.
Nah, but hold on. I know I tried to reach out because I knew we was doing the show.
I definitely reached out. I texted you yesterday.
We reached out to Nita Boo for sure.
And you stopped responding,
I
so I kind of got the hint.
Hold on, I heard. Hold on, I got a response and she said she was busy. So I'm like,
See what I'm saying?
I'm not the type that's gonna sit here and interrupt anything. You know.
She was like, I'm at 10. I was like, hey, I'm gonna come up there. She was like, hey, they probably for the clothes.
Jacques St. John.
I was like, what y'all doing after that?
Shoot.
I was still checking. Hey, what y'all doing after that? Oh, okay.
What does a pretty girl like you do in Chicago by yourself?
You know what? I don't know why the song.
She gonna get us.
I don't know why the 50 Cent song Magic Stick just popped in my head, but it need to be.
And Nita Boo, we're coming on your post in the airport when you say thank Chicago.
Now hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I did talk to Nita Boo about because she on a different basketball team than me and Ooch.
Okay.
And she said I want to go against you guys.
Oh.
Nita Boo, get you on that court, we busting your ass.
I'm gonna let you post me up though.
Me too.
I
might let you so you might get. So right now you already got 4 points.
Loving basketball.
You got 4 points between me and Ooch already that we gonna give you.
Yeah.
I'll let you post me up one time.
So
shout out to Nita Boo.
you go up a second time on me, I'm about to treat you like Quincy did.
Shout out to Nita Boo, man.
Yeah,
she'll be in town for a while, so I'm sure she can make the next show.
She be here.
Tyrone let her out.
Hey, speaking of basketball, man, let's get into these NBA playoffs.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been waiting on.
Man.
I was trying to hurry up with that girl stuff.
So
won't you kick it off then, brother?
On behalf of the Bronx Central, why everybody was going against KD and they going against
I don't know. I did it too. I ain't gonna lie. And
he was trolling.
When Brooklyn lost, I did troll kind of hard. I went in, but honestly, I think Kevin Durant's one of the best players I've ever seen. But the only reason why I go hard on him like that is because I just try to antagonize the LeBron haters, basically. Because I know whenever I bring his name up, the first thing gonna come out their mouth is LeBron. As you can see on that post I made, everybody was saying something about LeBron.
200 response.
And I kept responding with the same thing. What they got in common right now? They both got beat. They both at home. But the difference is, LeBron just won a title like 4 or 5 months ago. It's like people just forgot about that. He literally just won the title. It ain't even been a year. So at least he got that in his back pocket. KD ain't got that in his. But enough of KD. I'm rolling with the Phoenix Suns, man.
To win it all?
I want them to win it all, bro. As far as the East, I like both of those teams. I love Trae Young. I like Giannis. It's like whoever win on that one. Yeah. But in the West, I want Phoenix to come out bad.
Before you got here, Ooch, we was talking about before we got on live on iHeartRadio and on Facebook Live. the brothers in here at Costa was saying that it'll be a breath of fresh air, Trae Young versus Devin Booker, to kind of the passing of the guard in the NBA Finals.
Great finals, actually.
You know what I mean?
Trae Young is
back up.
elevating, man. Hey, listen, they got to make room on that top point guards list, baby. Trae Young coming for that spot, like real talk. He's coming. Steph Curry's still the best, but he creeping on up there with this performance. That shit last night was amazing.
It was another question. It's another question we had, and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit because my man Coin here, a big concert, ladies' night tonight. Bring y'all asses out.
He be busting up here on Thursday.
Now, hold on. He brought up a good question. I gotta add a couple more names to it. Over the next 8 years, who would you rather have to start your franchise? Luka, Zion, Trae, Devin Booker, John Morant, and there was one more name.
Damn. Well, I mean, it boiled down. Really, what it came down.
Who?
We already said. Really, what it boiled down to was what we really talking about was Trae Young and Luka. And I responded, I said that. I said, saying who would you take between Trae Young and Luka is just like in '83 saying who would you take between Magic and Bird. You know what I mean? Like that.
True.
That's
and you know they're gonna always be compared to each other because they was traded for each other.
But
I think both teams won. But if I had to pick one, just like had to.
You had to.
I mean, I grew up old school. I was always taught to go with sides, so I probably would go with Luka. But I like Trae Young better. Put it like that. But if I had to pick one to start my franchise off with, I probably would take Luka. But it'd be hard.
Yeah, like Magic and Bird to me was that.
You always got to take height. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd take Magic over John Stockton and Isaiah any day, even though they were equally as good. You know, he's 6'9".
I got to add two more names in there. Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell.
But
but what I say
Devin Booker, I think they two different type of style players.
It's like Kobe and Dwayne Wade.
Luka and Young make sense in that debate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what they do is similar. Like, Booker's a scorer. You know what I mean? Like, he's a scorer. Mitchell's a scorer. That's like a deep Wade type of player. But these guys got the ball in their hand, and they are quarterbacks. They are quarterbacks.
He kind of Kobe-ish.
Yeah.
He probably don't have the defense and the athleticism. But I see that mama mentality in him. I see it in Kyrie Irving too. Like,
it's basically saying, which quarterback would you take, Luka or Trae Young? Which quarterback would you take? That's basically what you asking us the question. But you can't add Mitchell or Booker because they are
two
like
guards.
They like receivers or running backs.
Now he was saying who would I take out of all of them to start a franchise with?
He named the basketball players, but he said QBs. So I'm like,
right, because they play about basketball. Because they're point guards. It makes sense to kind of compare those two. Because they both point guards, and point guards are like the quarterbacks. They are the leaders of the team. Right. So I wouldn't add Mitchell or Booker in that conversation because they are needs orchestrated. Like Mitchell needs the boy from Ohio State, Conley.
I don't know. Mitchell can run point a little bit.
Yeah, but he's
not no facilitator. Though.
Right. When they brought Conley, it made his
now Booker can definitely run point guard.
Yeah.
They was playing him at point guard at one point.
Yeah, but like Michael Jordan played point, had a triple double. But when they brought a guy who could B.J. Armstrong and Ron Harper, now he can say Scottie Pippen. Now he can say, okay, this is what I'm phenomenal with. Whereas like Magic is phenomenal with being a point guard and stuff like that.
Jordan as a point guard was putting up triple doubles like LeBron was in them stretches.
But I look at it like this: all the names you name, you can actually start a franchise.
With either one.
All of them.
But this is my thing.
And John Morant.
This is where your GM can come in and
right.
What you gonna build around. Like Zion, he get the right piece around him, we can see him flourish. Like Trae Young got the right coach and the right players around him. If you watch how he perform, he's showing his ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's coming.
What
coming.
He's doing with Giannis. Giannis he shoots around as he got the ball. He can trap. He can be able to shoot. Help you get one-on-one.
It's still hard to believe that Giannis is only 26.
Yeah, he's young, man.
He's young.
A lot of these guys are young.
So, same with John Morant, same with Booker. Showed he can score, like I said.
Well, John Morant has had success earlier than well, not so much Trae Young, but Booker. It took Booker a while before he got here. Ja Morant, last year he was in the play-in game. This year he made the playoffs. So he's been...
He getting that too, but this the one thing about Ja Morant that kind of concerns me is his game is still solely based around athleticism.
Right.
If he so happened to lose that athleticism, you know, can he make the transition kind of like Derrick Rose did, or certain point guards?
He could shoot better than
Westbrook to a certain extent.
Westbrook kind of, but
he could shoot better.
Remember Steve Francis?
Oh yeah.
Remember how athletic Steve Francis was, and like once he lost it,
the better comparison.
but Barron still kind of changed his game to
he
still be a solid point guard.
But I'm saying he had the knee problems that took away from his athleticism.
Right.
So I was thinking he was more the better.
I think
Ja Morant
Ja
just
Morant-
driving, be crashing his body like he one injury away from like kind of fucking it all up. So he got to kind of tone it back a little bit.
And he young too, so he
Yeah, he
like
young.
that.
He just like I'm going. Like you
I'm
gotta,
trying to dunk go big.
right.
Yeah.
He be just take it easy, young fella. Don't hurt yourself. You know
Who's
what I'm saying?
who would you guys think though?
If I had to pick one, I don't know. That's tough, bro.
It's tough for them guys.
I guess it depends on what my team needs. It's hard to just pick one of them like right off the bat, bro. I don't know.
You know what?
I will say this.
Because you can put Giannis in that
I can
category.
say
He's
this.
26.
If I had to draft 1, 2, 3, I will go. The 3 I would take is probably Luka, Trey, Ja.
Whoever the one you take is the one you start out with.
Luka, Trey, Ja. I'm taking them 3 first, and then the other 3, Booker, Zion,
I would go with
and
Luka,
Devin.
Booker.
And Booker's 24 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I would go with Luka, Booker. And that third one would either be Trae Young or Zion. It's a toss-up right there.
Yeah.
But, man, think about this before y'all pick. In this playoffs, all the top players outside of Kevin Durant has been like 24, 20. It's kind of like a changing of the guard happening right now.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Everybody, besides Kevin Durant, who was just lights out, everybody else is just like youngsters. Like they're showing their ass.
Well, knees.
Durant 30.
All right.
Kyrie, I said Kyrie.
So you would.
No, I don't think
So
Kyrie 30.
we gonna give 3.
My top 3. My top 3 is you go alternate Luka and Young, and then Ja Morant is the next one. I will start my team.
I think I got my 3 right now.
Can we put Ingram in there as a bottom tier?
He in there because he's like 24 too.
He can go to another team. I don't see him fitting with Zion.
I think both of them
So
should
hold
go to
on.
another team.
So
I think I can see Ingram in Memphis would be dope.
With y'all,
Nah.
that make more sense.
Because now you got a wing, you got a long wing that could defend, and he can go get you 25.
I wonder when his contract up.
probably
I don't see him resigning with New Orleans.
And
I
then
know.
you got Brooks on the other side. You could bring Anderson off the bench.
You know, I gotta say this for my top. I'm gonna give you my top 3 right now. If I had to start, and I'm gonna give you each one of them. I'm gonna go Trey number 1. I'm gonna go Luka number 2, and I'm gonna go Zion number 3.
We got the same 3.
Yeah.
And
I got Booker.
I'm gonna tell you where I put.
Nobody seen Booker doing it.
I'm gonna tell you why I put Trey up there. They had a stat saying like this Atlanta Hawks team is like the first team to make the conference championship, like the Eastern Conference Finals.
What he did last night, he the first player to do it.
Now I'm saying the Atlanta Hawks is to do it without no All-Star.
Yeah, they ain't, he
he's
wasn't even
doing
like he
it
got
with-
snubbed.
He's doing it without playing with another All-Star this year.
And he didn't even make it this year. They
And he
snubbed
didn't
him.
make it.
Yeah.
Booker,
So they got a chip on their shoulder.
as good as Booker's playing,
He technically did
he's
make the
playing.
All-Star team.
Booker made it, but he's played with
He
Chris
made it
Paul,
as a-
who also made
he
All-Star.
made it as a-
Booker been
reserve.
kind of killing like this
Yeah.
since he been in the league,
Right,
but it's just they really wasn't making no playoff run.
I would
He's
say
been a dog since
I
he's
would,
been there.
I would say Luka if he made it further, but Luka and Trey came out the same year.
Right.
Luka got put out the first round last year.
True.
But Luka has been in the playoffs.
Trey is making it, but Trey done made it further at this point, right as we speaking right now.
And you know what I heard about Luka, low-key? They say a lot of people don't like him at that organization. You see, Rick Carlisle left. He Indiana coach. They general manager Don Nelson's son. He got up out of there. It's like they say he's real hard to.
He's becoming a prima donna.
Yeah, basically.
And see,
They
that's
say a lot of people kind of like really not fucking with him.
Like
Right, he is a kid. They say Rick Carlisle was like, I can't deal with this shit. I'm gone.
and
You know
Rick
what I'm saying?
Carlisle is old school.
And And the general manager was like, I can't deal with this shit, I'm gone. So where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
They say he kind of got that little, attitude.
That ego.
Yeah. And like I said, with Zion,
What player though?
They say he just real prima donna.
and see with Zion, I think Zion's jump shot is going to come in time.
It's
But
decent now.
if
I
Zion,
just think he needs to get in better shape.
if he want to go, if he decides to go full blown Barkley Shaq mode right now, he had a stat where he was scoring at a very high field goal percentage, man.
That's how he's up.
He knows his spots. That's
It's fine. It's not bad at all.
You
It's
know.
better than Ben Simmons. It is crazy. We ain't even got Ben Simmons in this conversation. He's like 24 his damn self.
Well,
His stock didn't drop so far down.
He
A
down
year
there.
or two ago, he probably would have been at the top of that list.
So remember when I said
That boy only like 23, 24.
So hold on. Remember when I said how I look at players' skill? I hate to say it like this. Ben Simmons is a 6'10" version of Rajon Rondo.
Nah, Rondo will shoot.
Rondo
can shoot now.
Rondo
He can shoot now, but Rondo with the
When he was
Celtics
with the
wasn't a
Celtics,
shooter.
he was looking at
Wasn't
that
at all.
mid-range jump.
But he still would shoot it though.
He would shoot
Ben
it.
Simmons don't shoot.
He
at
probably won't shoot the
Right.
three, but he'll shoot the 15-footer. Ben Simmons won't shoot the
He
floater.
won't shoot nothing outside in the paint. Literally, like, bro, what the fuck? You in the
Draymond
league?
Green gonna look at the shoot it. He gonna look at the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they trying to trade them. Joe.
Yeah, man.
I would
Yeah, I
too.
take him in Chicago. Shit.
For Zach LaVine.
Hell no.
Well, that's what the 76ers gonna
Me
want.
and Court said, hell no, at the
No.
Celtics.
Oh,
Hell
hell
no.
no. Say that shit. Hell no.
Hell no.
That's what
Stay
Philly
where
gonna
he at.
want. Philly gonna say he's
Shit, if we get Lonzo Ball, compare with
I really have Lonzo
Zach.
Ball,
Oh,
then.
that's an ugly backcourt.
Yeah, no. Philly gonna want Zach LaVine for
That ain't
my
happening.
friend. They gonna be friends.
Even though he young,
Look at him like he crazy.
he young, got a big upside, whatever. But nah, that's because Zach's still
So
young.
much for that add on that just walked
Only
past.
30 years.
He ain't. Remember, he left after his like freshman year, so Zach LaVine is still young.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes going forward. I think the league is in good hands.
Yeah, man.
But it's
I'm
gonna
loving
be
this changing of
Who
the
they
guard.
going to want to be crowned that next guy? You know, like LeBron came in.
They're
Kobe.
gonna give it to Luka.
Luka, because I tell you, and this was making me mad. I
That's
like
more
Luka,
European thing.
but imagine if Luka was doing what Trae Young is doing right
They'll
now.
be criticized.
He'll be on every commercial. I'm talking about as far as like how Trae Young is doing what he's doing.
I'm gonna say it like
if that
this.
was Luka, he'll be on front
Everything.
page of everything.
I'm gonna say it like this. If you
I don't
look
like
at,
Brown
that.
to be defending him, giving him mama.
On my life, I don't like that. They need to
get
get Trae Young his flowers.
I'm gonna
bro.
say it like
For
this.
real.
He's surprised.
If Luka was in this position right now, they would say that Luka's
He's
officially
better than Larry Bird.
No, he's not. They'll say he's officially the face of the NBA and he's past LeBron. That's
Yeah, they definitely would. If that was him doing
he
that,
would be past LeBron and KD. That's what they
swear to
would
God,
say.
you know you ain't lying.
You know when we did a draft show years ago, and Tim was going hard about Trae Young, and we was co-signed it. Like I'm like, dude, I ain't know he's going.
No, I knew he was the truth. Me and the Tim knew he was the truth.
When he comes to the league.
Yeah.
Open
Saw
up.
him and Kai. That man led the nation in scoring and
And
assists. Come on, man.
Tough it is.
and was getting double teamed because he ain't had no
Right.
pros on the team at Oklahoma. And I saw it. I said, man, this kid when he get to the NBA, you can't triple team because now he's gonna be able to pass to people because he lead the nation assists. And if you got a 1-on-1, he can score. He's shooting like Steph from 60, and then he can go by you left hand and right hand.
My
man.
life.
If you look at it, what Nate McMillan has done, he got them boys running that pick and roll, then it's a professional. You don't know if he can float it in the rim or
And he got them two athletic bigs.
And then you got Herter.
Capella and what's his name?
Herter ready to shoot.
Herter then elevated his
And
game.
it's funny
Oh, they
because
ticking.
Capella was the perfect pickup for them.
Now you wanna know
They
something?
got him. I was like,
You know who the Hawks?
that's what James Harden supposed to be doing.
And remember, they was finna trade. What's the name? I'm glad they didn't.
You know who the Hawks look like?
Gallinari.
No, the athletic. What's his
Jason
name?
Collins.
Collins.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I jump in
You
athletic.
know who Atlanta looks like right now, and I want y'all to stay on board because I'm gonna do a comparison. They look like the Utah team with Jerry Sloan, with John Stockton and Malone, but instead of having John Stockton, you had Zeke at the point guard.
Because he's a better scorer.
Right, yeah.
That's
I
what
see
they look like.
So who was Malone?
I Not Capella.
Not Capella.
Yeah, and not Collins.
You can take a
Collins
big
not
one.
belong either.
But Collins got range
But he
too,
not
bro.
belong.
No, he not. But he be shooting that
I
thing.
thought
He
you
can
was
shoot.
gonna, I thought you was gonna say
Any athletic.
I thought you were gonna say the 04 Detroit Pistons. I thought you were gonna say them because they were the team with no really superstar names and they won the championship. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope to see Phoenix and Atlanta in the title.
Yeah, well,
that'd be a good.
So
a lot of people think I'm mad because LeBron ain't there. Actually, I'm okay. I like Phoenix.
That's
Yeah,
who
yeah,
so that's how you go.
I was never mad.
That's who you going for, Phoenix and
You just troll.
In Atlanta,
Phoenix and Atlanta.
you know, I like Milwaukee too. Well, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna say Milwaukee. I'm gonna say Atlanta and Phoenix. That'll be a dope ass final. And we probably could fuck around and go to one of them games.
But you also see the Clippers down 0-2.
2 times in a row.
They can do it again.
Oh no, this one seem a little different though.
Who you got? Since like
This 2-0 is hitting a little different,
Yeah.
man. Because Kawhi hurt.
Since like it's the basketball aficionado, who you got for the finals?
I'm gonna go Milwaukee and Clippers.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm gonna go Milwaukee and the Clippers.
You think the Clippers can come back without Kawhi, bro? They say he got a torn ACL. They're just not saying nothing about it. Yeah.
He done.
Due to NBA
I don't think they could do it this year. I think this 2-0 is a little different. It's a little different.
Due to NBA politics. Due to NBA politics.
If they lose tonight, it's really
I'm gonna
over.
say it's gonna be Milwaukee and
Done.
Phoenix.
They're gonna get swept if they lose. You say Milwaukee and Phoenix?
I think it's gonna be Milwaukee and Phoenix.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but
Me either.
Atlanta, I ain't.
Chris
Atlanta-
Paul against
Atlanta
Trae
is-
Young.
Atlanta is exciting.
Or he gonna go to one of them games.
Atlanta
He's
is
gonna
exciting.
sneak to that A and go to one of them games. Yes, you will. You're gonna sneak down there. Bro.
All right, fellas,
I'd go if I could.
we gotta get ready to do our rinse and raves. Go across the table. I'll be right back. Go ahead, go across the table, rinse and raves, so we can wrap up.
Rant. I mean, no really no rants. You know what I mean? I'm excited for July. I'm back working in the building. I'm back waking up at 5:45 in the morning. So with that class, when July comes, it's gonna be a well-deserved vacation.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to being with my brothers, man. It's gonna be so
We
fun.
took a
to
trip
get
together
together.
since then. Well, with all of us.
All
We
of
went
us
to
in
New Orleans,
the-
but
yeah.
all of us together
Man,
since now.
this would be so fun. I mean, that's really my rave. I ain't really got nothing to rant about. Still got to give a goofy mod, but
You're gonna be surprised we won't get it.
you know,
Yeah, I wanna hear that.
that's my rave.
I ain't got no rave. I ain't got no rants. I'm gonna say, who I'm shouting out, man? Shit. Shout out to my man Max. We got this
Max
little
Julian.
single, you know what I'm saying, that we did. I actually had forgot that we even recorded it. And when he sent it to me, I was just like, wow, you know. Because I had forgot that we even recorded this song.
Yeah.
It's all mixed and mastered.
Yeah,
It just sounds amazing. And, you know,
I can't
you know,
wait to
for
hear
this
it because
little
I haven't
show-
heard it.
Oh man, I've been listening to this yesterday.
Yeah.
Mad Max album coming out soon.
Oh yeah, he got the new album dropping. That joint is on there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going down, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
And CL, goofy mod of the
I gotta
week.
hit this goofy
Oh
mod.
yeah, we got him.
I gotta give it to my brother Tim.
Tim Young.
Oh,
Goofy
man.
mod.
Oh wow.
Oh,
First time, and let's talk about a shot yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that Chris Paul, get your bum, man. Yeah, your boy been shitting you up because you said nothing about Chris Paul, man. This whole thing. I was sitting here waiting. I'm like, I know you about to do it. I know you about
I
to
ain't
do
see
it.
that.
Coming, I did
I'm like, like,
Chris Paul get your ball, man.
like, you know you deserve it, bro. You know I had to get to one, but
Like, don't feel bad.
You
You join me on as a panelist that he can put on
That
the
on
goofy
the
mod
goofy
of the
mod,
week.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna give it to me.
You
with
made
the whole
you're
LeBron
the
shit.
third panelist he put more.
Nah, you run up. But that one I have to get to my boy. Like, I'm like,
You know who
I've been
the
killing Chris Paul
you-
for years. Chris Paul, get your ball. Chris Paul showed out that last year. Blowing people out.
But
And
hey,
he
bro,
couldn't play these first two games. I think they
He playing
you
tonight.
playing tonight?
Man, they gonna mess around sweep with the Clippers, to be honest with you.
I hope they do too.
All right, man.
Damn, like I hate to get it.
Yeah, hey.
Jesus, get that
Oh, that was funny right
Hey,
there, bro.
I'm definitely-
You got no defense for that one.
I am definitely saving this show. I'm gonna put this in my favorite.
You know what? I kind of got a goofy mod 8.
You get one too, though, because LeBron now, you still talking about LeBron. Leave that
Leave that
Hey,
man.
let that man enjoy his
I ain't gonna lie, I've been
vacation,
doing
man.
it too.
So you up there with us too then?
I went to hit that shot. I was like, look, bro, would have
Never did that.
Right, I'm like, look how they just going in.
First of all, we got a dude up here. We gave him a nickname called Rental Spoons.
Who was Rental?
The dude, the motherfucker come up here always talking about LeBron. We got 4. I'm like, well, which motherfucking team? Dude? Like, well, who? Who is we? I count 3 different teams, motherfucker. But anyway, my thing I was gonna put on the Goof Mob, man. I gotta put the mainstream media on the wall.
Why?
All these bastards.
Why? Because that means you talking about Skip Bayless, Shannon, all that.
No, I ain't talking about
inside the NBA.
No, I
you
ain't
say all.
Skip Bayless definitely deserves to be.
No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about.
They annoy me, man.
I'm talking about outside of sports right now.
Okay.
Oh, he sound like Kwame coming up there.
Yeah, I'm having a Kwame Brown moment right now. So everybody's like, take this corona shot, take this corona shot, take this corona shot. They're saying take it by any means necessary. In my line of work, Tommy Strong and Associates, right? Some of the stuff that they're not reporting is the amount of people that's going back to the hospital after giving the second shot. And you know what? That's not good for us as a society to be lied to, especially. Life is precious. Even a couple months ago, me and Corey, up here in somebody in our Costa family passed away. Life is short, man. And to push lies, to push somebody else's agenda because they got money to make or whatever at the expense of losing human life, I have a problem with that this morning. And if you're gonna sit here and preach, take this shot, give us all the information, because you got a lot of people out here giving false information or that's misinformed themselves. And I can include myself in this bunch because nobody has all the answers. And the minute it becomes at the expense of somebody else's life or having further health risks on something that you're not educated or informed about, I got a fucking problem with that, man. And you guys, motherfuckers need Jesus. And I don't even get biblical on a fucking show like that. So,
ain't no different in the medical field.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
true.
stuff they say you take.
Yeah.
But guess what? Even in the medical field,
that pill and this pill.
even in the medical
It's
field,
too much, man.
even in the medical field, they have you sign some shit and you have to do it willingly. You have to do it willingly because you take by HIPAA and you make the choice. Because after all, when you go to the doctor and they give you an experimental drug or anything, they're actually scientists. And they need your consent in a certain, in a weird particular way of saying, yeah, you can use me as a guinea pig on something experimental. That's my rant rave for the day.
July 30th, baby, Dallas.
See y'all in Dallas.
I've never been to
Hold
Dallas.
on, wait a minute.
Thirsty.
You said the 30th. I'm saying the 29th. I moved my trip up.
I'm going to be there on the 29th.
Oh, you going a day early?
The Thursday, the 29th.
Oh, we the 29th?
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh, my
We going
God.
on.
I'm gonna be.
Oh, we on there.
I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna book my stuff in.
I'm gonna be at an undisclosed location.
Well, we're going to call your spot the Boom Boom Room.
The boom, boom, boom. Bars, boom, boom, boom.
You know you're gonna bring the speaker.
I'm gonna bring the speaker. I might go down to the bar, come back as DJ Khaled. But anyway, man, we wrap up the show. Man, be sure to click and subscribe us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Check our shows across the board, man. Until then, we catch you guys next week. Peace.